Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, President of Employco, and with me is Jason Izat, our Vice President of HR.
Hi, everyone.
So, Jason, it's this time of year that in the past, companies started looking at performance management, performance reviews, the annual performance reviews. But fast forward to today, a lot of people are saying, say goodbye to annual performance reviews. If you're doing them annually, you should really rethink the process.
Yeah, so fall is we thought it was a good time to bring this topic back up because it's time when companies start preparing for typically the annual performance review. That's usually done in end of December, January for a look back. And it still could help a little bit with like your raises and whether or not there's discipline issues. But like you said, Rob, I think a lot of employers are thinking about getting rid of the annual performance review in terms of like a little bit more frequent and informal feedback.
And even if it's conversations, not necessarily a sit-down review, check a bunch of boxes off, but having that ongoing conversation with your team members of where are they at on their goals, where is the company at in your goals, what do you need them to be doing better or worse. In the past, people always thought of performance reviews as I'm going to sit down and you're going to tell me everything I did wrong over the last year. Right. But really think of where you're at with your corporate strategies, where the employee fits in. Have those conversations more often and don't wait. An interesting statistic, 91% of millennials will be at a company less than 3 years.
Wow.
So if you're still doing the annual performance review, by the time that year comes around, you're giving them a review for a third of their time with you.
Yeah, good. And a couple other stats that I thought was really interesting. 95% of managers dislike their company's performance review process. So just about every manager across the country does not like their company's performance review process. And almost half of employees don't think it's worthwhile and it doesn't affect their performance. And
that's something that we've seen for a long time. That and then you got to look at the training of the supervisors. No one likes doing the performance reviews, but if you don't know how to do them and do them poorly, whether you're doing them 1 time a year, 4 times a year, 10 times a year, you should really look at training your supervisors, training the people that are doing the performance reviews. Make it a positive experience. Don't make it, don't make it negative. You don't really want to look at the bad things because, you really want to incentivize and get the employee excited about what they're doing well and coach them to do better things as well.
Yeah. And we can help. We have performance review templates. We have tips and we have manager trainings. We can come out to the workplace and do in-person manager training or Zoom calls or on-demand training. We've got a lot of different leadership tips and trainings that we can roll out. HR@employco.com. I feel those emails and I'd like to help any way I can.
HR@employco.com is a lot easier than trying to spell it J. Eisenhut at employco.com.
Right. Great German last name.
Thanks for joining us.